Hey YouTube, got the King Cobra with another video, or should I say, King Cobra JFS. Now, took a shower, I ate a hot pocket, took a shower, so got something to eat, all cleaned up. I had a craving for Coke. Okay, some Coca-Cola. Cocaine! I'm just not cooking. Anyway, I went digging around the apartment here and found enough money to get some Coke. A little 60-cent can of Coke. I found a pop machine down the street. I have another one in the fridge, just in case I have another craving, but... Mm. Mm. Anyway, as I was driving down the street, some douchebag in a red car was like, "Hey, you're supposed to be driving a bike," and then drives off. I'm like, "You got a fucking problem with an asshole? For real?" Yeah, because I checked my beach cruiser out and look for a nearest convenience store, and I thought, fuck it, I'll look for a pop machine, it's quicker, and sure shit. Driving around looking like, okay, no, so I drove down the street and found a pop machine that sells cans of pop for 60 cents, so. Mm. Ooh. Anyway, a couple days ago, I got into a fight with my dad, and mostly because I was pissed off at myself because I didn't get a chance to, whatever, big misunderstanding. So, right now I want to call my dad and apologize for my ungrateful attitude. Now this takes real guts, considering sometimes I can't stand my dad. So, yeah. Circuits are busy. I'll call back later. But yeah, I kind of, yeah. I'll just send him a text. That'll make it easier. Let's see. I'll send a message. My message. Okay. Well, this is like on Halloween, basically. My dad was in charge of this ghost tour, if you will. And, a string of my acoustic guitar had popped, and I was trying to figure out how to put it in, and my dad had literally called, or sent me a text when I got back from work saying, "Hey, I want to go tour with me, come on, it'll be fun." I'm like, eh. I'm debating it, of course, thinking, okay, what am I going to do, or just whatever. I'm thinking, but then he calls and says, "Sorry, bud, I can't. I'm running late for the tour. I'm running it, so bye." I'm like, seriously? Okay. And then he sends me a text saying, "Hey, Josh, you want to go switch to you and me? It'd be fun." I'm like, "No, that's okay." I'm like, "Why not?" I'm like, "I'm kind of distracted with changing a guitar string right now on my acoustic." He's like, "Oh, okay, whatever." So sometimes my dad, can be frustrating, but that's how parents are, unfortunately. Paul. You know, I'm just taking the step here to be a bigger man about this whole thing and just I'll say I'm sorry. If he forgives me, he forgives me. If he doesn't, oh well. I don't want to spend time with him or anything like that. I'm just, you know, we'll start off right here and just see where it goes. So hey, I would like to apologize for my actions. I was ungrateful and it was just a misunderstanding. And it was, you know. That's all I want to say. Okay, got the text right there. Send. There, message sent. Okay, Mr. Consent. Yeah, my dad's done a lot for me over the years, like that workbench he made with his own hands, and he helped me move into my apartment and stuff, and at times I can be an ungrateful little bastard, I can admit that. But I'm doing this for the sake of the other family members, okay? I can't stand my dad at the moment. But if I can keep peace between me and my father, I think when Christmas time rolls around, it's right around the corner, if we do end up spending time together with other members of the family, I don't want me and my dad to be fighting on Christmas, because we've done that before, and it got ugly. Let's just say it got ugly. Now, a couple Christmases ago, this is before I helped my grandparents and great-grandparents move to Arizona, we went to go see my aunt and uncle and their kids. My uncle is going through kidney dialysis for a failing kidney, and my aunt just got done having a hysterectomy, and so they were very sick, but just nonetheless happy to see us. And my dad's parents, my aunt's my dad's sister basically, and so they all came together to celebrate Christmas, and it was a long ass drive to where they're living, and they graciously allowed us to stay in their house for a couple of days while we were celebrating Christmas. And this is before my dad gave up on trying to stop me from smoking cigarettes. Oh, speaking of cigarettes. Now, the first time I went outside, I was trying to go outside. They knew I was going out for a cigarette. They didn't try to stop me. Didn't say shit about it, you know. The second time, they're like, where are you going, Josh? I'm like, going to pet the dogs. I'm like, but I said I was really going for a cigarette. Now my dad comes outside, sees me smoking, starts lecturing me. Who's the fucking blah 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 blah. And he says, and I quote, "Give me the cigarettes." I'm like, no. He's like, "Give me the fucking cigarettes." I'm like, no, fuck off. He's like, "Give me." Oh boy, you know. So we both start going at it. So I'm like, here, take the. I had like 2 cigarettes left, and the lighter was in it. So he took my cigarettes and my lighter, and I was, yeah, I can imagine I was beyond pissed, right? I fucking punched him. He's like, and then he punched me. Next thing I know, on the ground fighting, kicking, and shit. And my mom comes like, what the hell's going on? I caught him out here smoking. Shit like that. And he fucking walks inside, pissed as all hell. My mom's like, what the hell are you thinking? You fighting with your father on Christmas? On top of that, your aunt and uncle going through so much, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't, and I felt kind of like a dick for doing that, but at the same time, you don't fuck with me and my cigarettes. That's just not something you don't want to do. So my dad comes back out, hands me the pack of cigarettes and the lighter, and says, here, whatever. Oh, you can imagine my relatives were so thrilled. Their shithead grandson and or cousin and or nephew, yeah, get into a fight with my dad on Christmas over cigarettes. Oh, you can imagine, yeah. So then, we drive back, whatever. And that summer, I helped my grandparents, great-grandparents move in, and my dad bitched me about smoking there too. And so we had the long car ride home, basically, to talk about a couple things, like our relationship, how it has drifted apart, and shit like that. And then he's like, when you get home, all your cigarettes up. I'm like, alright, whatever. So I go up, down to my room. I got a couple cigarette papers and a little bit of tobacco. I'm not going to give it all of it, because I'm not going to waste it all. It was a pattern with me and my dad for a while. He'd find my cigarettes, he'd confiscate them. Even at the age of 20, he's still fighting me on it, right? My mom didn't care, I was old enough to smoke. She wasn't, as long as I wasn't buying from minors, and I wasn't buying from minors. So my dad says a thing, and I quote, you know what, keep it. I don't care if you smoke anymore. I'm like, say what? And since he gave up on that, the fighting went down, supposedly. But you never know with me and my dad, something pisses me off that he does that for whatever reason, and it pisses him off, that pisses me off, and then we're on a fight again, so, whatever. Yeah, I get seasonal depression like no other, and I shouldn't take it on my parents, especially my dad, I'm trying to be a mature young adult about this, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen how ugly father and son relationships can get. Watching American Chopper, I know you could laugh at me, but that's just my example. I saw Cindy Jr. how awesome their bike builds were together, then they just fought, and then they got their own shops now, and then supposedly they're back together with their relationship, trying to make it work. And I don't want it to be like that with me and my dad. I can hate him sometimes, yeah, he can be a real dick sometimes, but then again, he can hate me and I can be a real dick sometimes, so we're constantly pushing each other's buttons and shit, and it just isn't healthy for a relationship like that. I don't know what our plans are for this Christmas, but I don't want to spend it fighting with my parents, you know what I'm saying? There's enough anger and hatred inside me alone and in the world as it is. I don't need to take it on a lot of people that are there for me, that care for me, you know what I'm saying? That ain't cool with me, so I'm trying to, spread the peace a little bit, sometimes you gotta do that, and just swallow your pride and just keep the peace, you know what I'm saying? But the problem is, I think my dad cares too much. Now, this is both a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is, he helped me move in my apartment and get the bench, shit like that. The bad thing is, I dye my hair black and he has a bitch fit about it. So it's a two-way street, that's the problem with parents, is either they don't care enough or they care too much. And I can't imagine being a parent, I could never imagine being a parent. I imagine it's tough, but at the same time, it's like, what, your kid's out on his own, he's a young man making his own life happen, how about some leeway here, not be so quick to just... I mean, yeah, when my dad came to drop Stephanie off, that was really cool of him, and then he'd take her to the bus stop and then drop her off at Wendy's to say goodbye to me before I took her to the bus stop. That was really cool of him. But did you really dye your hair black, seriously? And yeah, I jumped the gun a bit and overreacted because I was prepared for a lecture right in front of Stephanie too, and that kind of shit pisses me off. So yeah, I overreacted, I can admit that. But then my dad overreacted too when I called him in one of those videos. I called him, oh, I'm such a douchebag, I'll just stay out of your life forever. I'm like, fine, bye, whatever, And I tried staying calm about it. I didn't take into account that it was 6 o'clock in the morning when I called him, and that was kind of a mistake on my part. I can admit that. But we'll see what he says. If he texts me back, if he doesn't, oh well. The thing that pisses me off, shit, and I don't understand, is me and my dad used to be really close. The dynamic duo, as we used to be called, because there's a picture of me with a buzz haircut, little kid, little glasses, you know, and a picture of my dad smiling. And now it's just like I hate my father to the core. I mean, I love him because he's my father, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? I need some room to breathe here, you know what I'm saying? Good God. And this is very typical for father-son relationships at this age, but at the same time, you know, it's just like, whatever. And my dad's tried to spend time with me, like working on cars and stuff, but we're not very mechanically inclined, so they end up being complete failures. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but all I do know is I don't want to put my other family members through this. Because every time me and my dad fight, it takes a toll on the rest of the household I used to live with, my mom, my sisters, and my dogs. You know, because my dogs, you know, yeah. So I don't want to, you know, it's Christmas season, and I get, like I said, I get seasonal depression like no other. I'm not gonna put my family through that, especially when it's Christmas time, you know. It's supposed to be my mom's favorite time of the year, so I'm not gonna do that to her. You know, that's just my way of trying to say, you know what, I made mistakes. I'm sorry, whatever. You know, try to keep the peace. But I can admit that pissed me off because, one, I didn't get a chance to pay for somebody's ticket like I wanted to because the schedules are mixed up. Her schedule for Jocko, my schedule at work, and then the inconvenience of her leaving. That was also what pissed me off because I was depressed because all Stephanie's leaving. You know, it sucks. But yeah. And the way I saw it, it made me look bad in front of Stephanie. You know, your parents did buy me a bus ticket to Australia, but she understands and she's not pissed at me about it, so I don't have to win her back on anything. She understands. She's totally okay with it, so yeah. No, that's why Stephanie's awesome. Now, referring to some of the comments I've received on some of my videos with Stephanie saying, Stephanie, ditch that loser and come out with a real man, you know, shit like that. Thing is, you don't care about Stephanie like I do, you know. You don't want to date her just to piss me off and, or, you know, because she dated me, basically, or she's dating me, you know what I'm saying? Because you really don't care about Stephanie. I know that sounds really self-centered to me, but that's the truth of it. That's what I see. Now, you can call bullshit all you want. Go ahead. No, that's bullshit. I did because I care about her. Do you even know Stephanie like I do? No, you don't. So, fuck off. The hell? Oh. My phone was receiving a message. I guess not. I thought my phone was going off. Must be hearing things. Excuse me. You know what? This has been a pattern for me and my dad. We'll have a huge fight and some stupid bullshit drama or something I did or something he did or whatever. And then we'll kind of make up from it and just whatever, we're cool. And then something else will happen and we're back at it again, wanting to kill each other. So I just don't think right now is a good time to have those ups and downs with our relationship, especially when it's Christmas time. You know, I'm not going to put that kind of stress on my family. I'm willing to swallow my pride for a couple of months and just, you know, try to make it work. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, I'm not here to... I'm only speaking from my side of the fight. I'm not speaking from my dad's side or for whatever his reason is, you know what I'm saying? I think I'd like to do, I'd like to get my driver's license and save up for a car. The car I want to get is a 1977 Lincoln Mark V. Sweet ride, classic Ford, gotta love it. I like those cars anyway. But the thing is, oh, what about gas mileage, Josh? Those things are horrible on gas. I talked to a guy who knows a little bit about cars. He works on them, knows way too much about cars. And he said the best way to do that is to straight pipe it, aftermarket parts on it, like a new air filter and shit like that, and take out the catalytic converter. What that does is increase the horsepower and increase the gas mileage. It's improving in many Hot Rod magazines, so it costs a lot of money to do, but the thing is, you're having a kick-ass car with good gas mileage. And that works for any kind of car, like any boat car like that. If I want to get a hearse, for instance, I'll do the same thing. And it would definitely increase the gas mileage and whatnot. Or if you have a more modern car that's guzzling gas, you have those computers, you can get those chips for it that increase the gas mileage. That's a lot of money to invest in a gas guzzling car, but the thing is, in the long run, you're actually saving a lot more money. So, a car would be nice to have, but they're kind of expensive at the moment, so, yeah. Even if I quit smoking and drinking, you know, I still wouldn't have to have a car. So, the thing is, I gotta save up for a car, for the car itself, find out how much it's gonna cost to do everything I want to do to it, and just save it all up. Once I get the car, then do all the stuff I want to do to it, and then I'll have a car. So, I can get a mint condition Lincoln Mark V from the year 1977, like I want, for around anywhere from $1,000 to about $4,000, depending on, you know, what state it's in and stuff like that. But I want to find one locally. So I'll keep my ears open, I guess. First things first is I gotta get my driver's license. Once I get my driver's license, then I can start focusing on getting a car. And once I get the car, you know, get all the stuff I want done to it so I can increase the gas mileage, you know. You straight pipe it, that's creating more airflow to the engine, which means using air instead of gas to burn. It burns less gas that way. At least that's, I think, how it works. A new air filter would help, you know, as well too. So, you know, and then you have a bunch of aftermarket parts you can do, like intake and all that, which helps improve the horsepower and gas mileage of those older cars. So, just something to consider, you know. It's a lot of money to be invested into one car, but it'd be worth it. Now, a 1977 Lincoln Mark V stock 5.0 engine gets about 18 miles city and 24 miles highway, which isn't bad considering it's a boat, but my friend Chris's van gets about 30 miles to the gallon, so yeah. But considering how expensive gas is, you'd be paying for whatever it costs to straight pipe it and aftermarket parts and new intake and filter and stuff like that. It probably costs about as much as 2 to 3 months worth of gas in a car like that. So in the long run, I would save on a lot more money. Or you should get a car that doesn't guzzle gas and not go through all of it. Yeah, but those gas-consuming cars aren't really that cool looking, you know what I'm saying? And if you have the ability and the money, or anyway, brain fart. If you have the ability to pay for stuff like that to make your car that's a boat run better on gas, and why not take it? Fuck. Hell, I'd even say for a 1977 Crown Vic, sweet ride. We had one in sale here in town, and I missed my chance to buy it because I didn't have my license. Guy wanted $1,500 for it, so it was within my price range, but I had a lot of stuff wrong with it. So one day I'm driving by my bike, admiring it again, and people are there working on it, and I'm like, oh, what's up? Oh, we bought the car. Oh, cool. Best of luck to you. I was kind of disappointed, but had I got my driver's license, I probably could have driven it, but oh well. Hell, I had a 62 Ford pickup I was working on at one point, and I missed that pickup. I think it was sweet. But I got screwed over by a lot of people out of a lot of money, and didn't go anywhere, so I'm selling it for $550. After me, my dad, my granddad all invested well over $5,000 into it. Now, if we knew how to do the work ourselves, we would have done it, but we trusted my incompetent uncle to do that. Oh. Text message. That's from my dad. Oh. He says, Josh, I'm sorry for lecturing you. You had a right to get pissed. I didn't mean to ride your ass all the time. Okay, my response. Okay, another text message. And I don't want to ride your ass all the time. I just want to have a good life and succeed for me. Obviously, yeah. I understand, and I don't want to fight either. He says he wants me to have a good life and succeed. No text message. So I pushed too hard instead of just letting you be yourself. My dad came in, he pushed this too hard. Thank you. That really means a lot. Okay, now what does he want? Let's see. Believe it or not, I don't mean to do it, and I always get pissed at myself when I do. Oh. Yeah. I know I don't exactly look like a functioning member of society, but believe it or not, I am. I know it's hard to believe the way I dress. Spikes and cobra rings and skull necklaces and dyed black hair and listens to metal. Just because I have a alternate lifestyle and choose to dress a certain way doesn't mean I'm not productive. What else is he gonna say? Part of being a parent is wanting their kids to have great lives and not make mistakes. Yeah. I understand, it's just... Okay, what else is he going to say? But we have to just let our kids be themselves, and it is hard. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, what else? I love you, I just want you to be happy, and I shouldn't ride your ass all the time. It's alright, love you too, Dad. Jeez. This is the exact shit he says every time we're in a huge fight. And 95% of our fights is him riding my ass. And he always says, I shouldn't ride your ass all the time, and then he does it anyway. He's not perfect, and neither am I. And I definitely shouldn't have done it in front of your girlfriend. No shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's one thing to do it in front of me, and I understand it, but in front of my girlfriend, that was kind of a dick move. At least you can admit that. Definitely, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, reply. That's okay. I'm sorry too. For what? For being me? For getting pissed? Just the right thing to say, I guess. That's okay. This has become a pattern with me and my dad. Right now we're in the stage where we forgive each other and all is cool, and then something's gonna set us off, and we're gonna be right back at it again, claws and nails trying to kill each other, so... Okay. So, I guess things are cool with us now? How long before we're right back at it again? Let's just say I'm sorry for, calling him in the morning, See, a while back, when I got into goth, discovering who I was as a person, and basically my dad read some false website that said that goths are all satanic, evil people, blah, 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 just negative stereotype of goth and gothic lifestyle. That's for understanding, but it's thanks for understanding, but it's not okay. Yeah. Alright. Whatever. And basically, he's fought me on all these years because he thought I was some satanic asshole. So I showed him a website that had the real goth facts about it, goth.com with the red writing, you know what I'm saying? I've always put away too much pressure on. I always put away too much pressure on you, and never allowed you to just be you. Thank you. He admits it. Even my friend Chris agrees with me. Good God. You're a great guy, and I love you. Aww, he doesn't know me that well, does he? I can be a dick, though. Considering how I grew up with my Asperger's and some of the situations I've dealt with over the life, I turned out somewhat okay. I mean, I'm a little different, but who isn't? When I was a little kid, me and my dad used to go fishing and stuff like that, so, it's just, yeah. But then, I hit puberty and started discovering who I was as a person and getting into darker music and a darker lifestyle and just discovering who I was as a person. And, I'm my dad's first kid, and usually the first kid gets the most bullshit from the parents because they just want, like my dad said in that text, to have a happy life. And yeah, I get depressed sometimes, but I have ways of dealing with it. Alcohol, tobacco, caffeine, music, YouTube, expressing myself, basically. And you know what? A lot of parents are like that. Their kids paint their nails in like a guy, whatever, and they have a stink about it. And then the kids get pissed off. And the kids fight them on it. And then, you know what I'm saying? In fact, I was talking to my coworkers, and he was painting his nails. He always had to wear a Sharpie. And his mom and dad are always like, quit painting your nails, And the kid's like, and he was like, when he was a kid, he's like, you gonna do something about it, or what, or stop it? Neither, so he just walked out. So, yeah. I think I'm speaking for both parents and kids here. It ain't easy being a parent, it ain't easy being a kid, you know what I'm saying? Parents think that, oh, it's just, they were kids once, they understand, but at the same time, it's a newer generation, You're gonna have guys that paint their nails or girls that have short hair, you know what I'm saying? Like spiky hair, it's changed when they were kids. And I know it's hard to believe for most parents when they grew up in an era where, so the thing is, my dad grew up in a generation where there's something wrong with the kid, it was the parents' fault. So the parents would push harder to make the kid right. It didn't matter if they have ADHD or what, because those things were heard of back then when my dad was a kid. So, yeah, big misunderstanding, but shit happens, man. Fucking pipe keeps going out. At least my dad can admit that he was wrong for lecturing me in front of Stephanie, and I appreciate that, It's bad enough, but okay, let's just say things are good right now. I don't know how long it'll last, but whatever. I just thought I'd be the bigger man and make an effort here, because that's just the thing that sometimes it's either me not making an effort or my dad not making an effort in the relationship here to make it, so we're not fighting all the time. But fights happen. It's just part of father-son relationships or any relationship, except for me and Stephanie because we don't fight, which is weird, but. Anyway, this is King Cobra JFS with another video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.